Slanjava everyone, welcome to Whisky and Synths. This is the channel dedicated to whiskey drinking and music making. If you're a music producer looking for motivation, looking for something fun and looking to help finish more tracks, you, my friend, are in the right place. And in today's show, we're having a bit of a fun one. We're doing the 6 types of music producer you will meet. So let's run the credits and find out who they are.
Whisky.
Before we start, I just wanted to offer you a free gift, and hopefully it's going to help some of you out there who have loopitis. You're stuck in the loop and it sounds awesome, but you cannot finish that track. It's just like, oh, when that happens. So what I've got for you is my 10-step guide that you can split over 10 days, 20 minutes a day, which is not much to ask, and you will finish that guide if you follow this process. So if that little cheat sheet and guide sounds good to you, click below, you'll get it sent out free of charge, and that's my free gift to you to help you finish more tracks in 10 easy steps. So number 1, the girl that's absolutely killing it. We all know one, and she's absolutely amazing. And it is because she is better than you at music production. It's not because she's a girl. She is better than you at music production. Her tracks are killing it. They sound amazing. She's getting booked to do all the DJ gigs. She's developing a live set, and the clips of that sound so good. The girl that's absolutely killing it is amazing. And she's a really nice person. And you're probably jealous of her, but we love you. The girl is absolutely killing it. Go out there and keep on smashing it out the park. Number 2 in the types of producers you're going to meet is the live sound engineer. Now, this species of producer is noticeable by cargo shorts, usually camouflage, pockets on the side, down to like midway down the shin. I'm sure you've seen it. Combined with those massive, chunky, like probably made by O'Neill or Osiris, skate shoes from the 90s and early 2000s. They'll be rocking that. They'll have a black t-shirt on, and it'll have some obscure logo of some obscure music technology conference that they were at back in 2001. And you know, at that conference, like, they showed Ableton at it the first time, and this sound engineer actually thought it was quite cool and everyone wasn't sure about it. Unfortunately for the live sound engineer type of producer, because they're so in demand, as long as they're not the super grumpy breed, if they're nice, they're in demand, doing awesome live shows for awesome bands and artists all over the place. So they're never going to get to finish that double album of doom electronica. You know, they thought buying a really expensive laptop and some £900 monitoring headphones might help them get that album mixed on the road. But you know, all the cocaine and caffeinated beverages kind of got in the way on the tour bus. And that, sadly, means the world's going to miss the doom electronica double album from the live sound engineer. Number 3 in the list of 6 types of music producer you meet is the composer. So these are instantly recognizable by the granddad shirt they'll be wearing. You know, the ones that button up like a shirt but do not have a collar. You know, the kind of shirt that basically screams, I'm a creative, but I have to be smart, but I don't want to wear a shirt. So you'll recognize them, though chances are they'll be wearing the granddad shirt. Also, they'll be talking about their most recent favorite multi-sampled orchestral element that was actually painstakingly created by sampling every note of a string quartet as they were suspended upside down underwater, like using contact mics and waterproof, you know, special mic capsules made just for that session. But unfortunately, because the movie director is their actual true boss, despite this fancy tool that combines elements of whale song and underwater string quartets, they'll probably still end up writing something that sounds a lot like John Williams, because that's what the director actually wants. But well done, composer, for trying to be innovative. I appreciate that. Also, it's kind of good they've got a boss that pays them well, usually, because unlike the next producer has to deal with just dodgy promoters paying them or not paying them. So number 4 is the techno tradie. So this lad loves techno, lives for techno. You'll be on the building site in the morning, black t-shirt, black cargo shorts, black everything, little earring, a few tattoos but not too much, just drilling in away with a nail gun in time to the Fire 909 hats that are going off in his headphones. Actually, normally doesn't wear headphones, normally got one of those massive boombox worky speakers that doubles up as a packed lunch, blasting out weird rumbling bass lines and hypnotic grooves. And you know, the foreman on site is actually a bit like, you know, not so sure about this, but back in the day, before he was a dad of 4 and a divorcee, he spent his life raving away at mad illegal raves, so he actually quite likes that he's got the youngers on site being into the mad techno like yas. Because the techno tradie is a tradie, they got loads of money to spend on equipment, on courses, on lessons, on plugins. So they're kind of like investing in themselves and actually making pretty magic music. And because of that, they've got a few things in the Beatport charts. And because they're like a tradie, they're like stacked and, you know, fairly handsome. And they're getting all the DJ gigs with the promoters in town. Now you might think the techno tradie is a little bit thick and too commercial, but the truth is you're just jealous. Techno tradie smashing it. Keep up the good work. Before we find out our final 2 on the list of 6 types of music producer you're going to meet, drop me a comment. Have I missed anyone out? Who have you met? Who's a classic type of music producer you've met so far? I want to know. Drop in the comments. Now, number 5 is the introspective soft boy music producer. This is a millennial in a 5-panel cap, round glasses, and a massive chip on their shoulder, okay? You know, back in the day, they used to be in a band that like almost got signed, but then, you know, all the other band members got like jobs and like had babies and completely like fucked it up, so damaged from this. The introspective soft boy music producer hides away in his wee corner of his flat, making the spikiest, craziest IDM you've never heard, okay? You know, all traditional things out the window and only Max for Live patches that generate things randomly with AI are allowed to be used. And it's probably the most innovative music that anyone has ever heard, but no one's ever heard it because they're just too damaged and self-conscious to actually release it. Finally, number 6 on the list of producers that you're going to meet is the one with all the gear. Like all the synths, and it's all they ever talk about, the gear. And they post pictures on Facebook chat groups, you know, like the Facebook synth kind of groups where like people just post up pictures, and it's not just one room in their house, it's their bedroom, it's their living room, even the toilet's got a synth in it, the kitchen's got a groove box in it. It's absolutely nuts, okay? And there'll be people commenting like, oh my god, is that like a Soviet XDR instrument synth from 1969 before they started producing blah 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 in the comments? And they'll have some comment when they originally post it like, is this too much gear? Yeah, they're the ones that have all the gear. And when was the last time you heard any music from them? Apart from like that little dodgy clip on their phone when they're like, oh, and that's it. So don't be the one with all the gear. In conclusion, these are 6 types of music producer you will meet on your travels, but there's many more out there. Leave a comment below letting me know which ones you think have been missed on this list, which ones you think you are if you spotted yourself on the list, and also which ones you would not want to meet on this list or any list. That you tell some stories about what ones you've managed to avoid or unfortunately met. Now, all producers, if you're on this list or not, sometimes suffer from that thing of loopitis, stuck in the loop, can't finish a track. So I mentioned at the start, if you want that 10-day guide, 20 minutes a day, 10 steps to finish your tracks, click below, sign up for it. I'll email that out to you, my free gift to you to help you finish more tracks. So thanks for tuning in to this episode of Whiskey and Synths, a little fun one about the 6 types of music producer you will meet. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you later.
Whisky.